Have you ever wondered how some people make running seem effortless while others struggle with every single step? Over the last 15 years, working with and competing against some of the best runners in the world, I've noticed 4 powerful strategies they all use to run so fast that people think they're cheating. So today I'm going to show you the same strategies that I've taught thousands of runners that make them run faster every single time. The first thing that will make you run faster than 99% of runners is exploiting what I like to call runner's IQ. Now, for you to truly understand what runner's IQ is, I need to tell you about when I started trying to improve my running. I found some training plans online, then followed them to a T, and I got some great results. So I kept following them until one day my results started to stagnate. I thought to myself that I just had to train harder and keep following the program because it had gotten me results in the past. But it's a mistake that I've seen so many athletes make over the years. Just like me, they get emotionally attached to a certain type of workout like Zone 2 or VO2 Max or a combination of the two, and then they don't want to try something new because they know that this workout already worked. But what they fail to realize is that if they would just sacrifice a bit of their short-term gains for long-term success, they would become so much faster by improving their running IQ. So what does that mean? Intelligence, as I define it, is rate of learning. Now, Alex Hormozi has a great way of defining learning as same condition, new behavior. So if I show you a red card, then smack you in the face, then show you a red card again, if you don't duck and I smack you in the face again, then you have not learned. So if we want to improve our running IQ, we need to change our behavior based on the result that we want, which is to run faster. And we need to learn how to do it as fast as possible. So let's say you follow a VO2 Max protocol, then you do it for 12 weeks, you test yourself before and after, and you see that you improved 10%. Then you do a Zone 2 protocol for 12 weeks, and you see that you improved by 6%. Then if you have a high running IQ and the thing you measured was the thing that you want to perform at, then in your overall training plan, you would try to incorporate more VO2 Max work than Zone 2 work, simply because it made you better. The more protocols you try and measure, the more data points you have to make sure that what you're doing will get you as fast as humanly possible. And the game is to throw away all the things that you don't respond that well to, and then keep all the things that you respond really well to. And then over time, you have this perfect, tailored training plan just for you. This training plan is now designed to make you run numbingly fast. But that leaves us with the question: where do we start? That's where the second strategy that'll make you so fast people think you're cheating comes in. The other day, I had a discussion with an athlete about progression. I told him that he needed to increase the demand on his body every single week by increasing distance or intensity. He then told me, I can't progress for all eternity, so how am I supposed to do that? This is a question we all ask ourselves at some point, so I get where he's coming from. But there's a fix to that. It's called periodization. Let me show you what I showed him. Think of your body like a tree that you're trying to grow. Progressive overload is like gradually giving that tree more water and sunshine over time to help it grow stronger and bigger. However, if you constantly give the tree the same amount of increasing water or sunshine every week, then eventually it'll stop growing effectively or even start to wither. The tree needs seasons with a lot of wind, no wind, with a lot of water, with no water, with a lot of sunshine, with snow, because over time then it will grow really strong and have roots that goes for miles. Periodization is like changing the seasons for the tree. Sometimes you need more distance, sometimes less distance, sometimes you need more intensity, sometimes less intensity. This allows your body to recover during certain periods and to push and grow stronger during other periods. Just like you have hard days and easy days throughout the week, you also need to have hard periods and easy periods throughout the season. And for elite athletes, you even need to have hard years and easier years. By carefully planning your year with these peaks and valleys, you make sure that you have the best possible chance of keep on progressing and not hitting a plateau or getting injured. And then the goal becomes to increase the baseline of every phase over time. So how do we get tactical about this? Map out your season with clear periods of when you're going to push and when you're going to allow for recovery. This approach will not only make you better, but it will also help you minimize the risk of burnout and injury. But are there strategies that you can do right now if you're heading out tomorrow to run faster? Yeah. There is, and I'm going to show you how to exploit them. What if there were a legal, completely safe supplement that could make you run faster for longer? The fact is, there are multiple. A meta-analysis from 2018 found that caffeine has consistently been shown to improve exercise performance when consumed in doses of 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body mass. The most commonly used timing of caffeine is about 60 minutes before exercise. In another study from 2016, researchers found that when athletes drank what's called exogenous ketones, their bodies got better at using ketones for energy. This helped them save the regular carbs or sugar in the body so that they could go for longer without getting as exhausted. It's like having an extra battery pack when your main one gets low. Not only did the ketone drink help them go further, it also made them faster. Plus, after their races, the people who drank the ketones were able to recover faster. Their muscles seemed to heal faster, which is extremely important if you want to keep improving. So in theory, exogenous ketones could help us run faster, further, and recover better. And maybe even help us through a hard training session.
By the way, if you want my best strategies that I don't include on the channel, including free training plans, then check out the link in the description below.
If you're interested in more ways to improve your performance through supplementation, I would recommend that you look into beetroot juice, bicarbonate, and creatine. But before you do all that, you need to make sure that you are taking advantage of the #1 legal performance enhancer in the world. In fact, this one thing alone has been shown in multiple studies to make you look better, run faster, perform better, be smarter, and some of the top scientists in the world has said that if they could just give their athletes one thing, then this should be it. I think you already know what it is. Sleep. But the problem is that most people get it wrong. You don't need 8 hours of sleep every night. For you to really understand how to maximize your sleep, I need to tell you about an athlete that I've worked with. This guy was a beast. He was smashing records left and right, but he kept getting injured. After multiple visits to doctors and physios, they had no clue what to do and he could not train, and he only had 3 months until nationals. Not knowing what to do, he came to me for help. Now, I've worked as a physio for a professional football club in the past, so taking care of injured athletes is not new to me. But before I did any assessment, the first thing I asked him was how he slept. He said that he went to bed at 10 p.m. and woke up at around 8 p.m. A solid 10 hours of sleep. Curious to see what was going on, I lent him my Apple Watch to see if I could track his sleep. 3 days later, we sat down to look at the results. Even though he was asleep at 10 p.m., just like he said, he didn't fall asleep until 1 or 2 a.m. in the night, which meant that in reality, he was only getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep. I asked him about his nighttime routine, and he told me that he took a cold shower and did some light exercise. He did this because he was told that it would help him recover better. Little did he know that because he was doing this before bedtime, it was actually hurting him instead. I gave him the extremely powerful system that I'm about to show you in a moment, and 7 days later he had no more pain, was back training, and 3 months later at the nationals he beat a national record. And I've seen countless of examples just like this over the years. This is the power of learning how to harness your sleep. I'm gonna show you exactly what I told him, but don't get overwhelmed. Start by picking 1 or 2 of these strategies, and then you can build from there. Besides having him track his sleep to look for patterns on what made him sleep worse or better, this is what I told him. We sleep in around 90-minute cycles, so I told him to set an alarm that aligned with a 90-minute cycle. That means 9 hours or 10.5 hours, not 10 hours. And I told him to stop worrying about the alarm clock in the morning and instead set an alarm for when to go to bed. If there is only one piece of advice that you remember from this video, it should be this: get a consistent sleep schedule. Next, I told him to stop exercising at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Your body will be full of adrenaline and have a high blood pressure, so it's hard to fall asleep right after a workout. If it's the only time that you can fit it in, then by all means go work out. But otherwise, try to end your workout 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Stop drinking coffee or other caffeinated beverages later than 12 p.m. It's not worth it. I told him that if he was really serious, then he should avoid alcohol at all costs. Even 1 glass of wine can severely impact your sleep. Stop eating after dinner, which should be around 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Having food in your stomach can cause indigestion, which impacts your sleep. Take a nap when possible. Memory storage of motor skills are significantly improved during sleep. Turn off every screen 1 hour before bed. Talk to your family, read a book, or meditate. If you find this hard, then you need it the most. If you're feeling too awake at night, take a hot bath. The drop in body temperature after coming out of a hot shower can help you feel sleepy. Get rid of anything in your bedroom that impacts your sleep. So no bright lights, no noises, keep it cool, and no warm sheets. Leave your cell phone in the living room and buy an alarm clock instead. It will change your life. Your bedroom are for sleep and sex only. Nothing else. Daylight is key in regulating our sleep patterns, so go outside at least 30 minutes each and every day, and preferably as early in the day as possible. Track everything. Remove what makes your sleep worse and keep what makes it better. There's one more thing that great runners exploit to make running seem effortless, and I'll show you exactly how to harness that superpower in this video right here.